Hi everyone, my name is Svetlana and welcome back to Svetlana's Corner. Today's video is going to be different because it's going to be personal. I'm going to tell you about my husband who has been incarcerated for over 25 years now on this case. And I hope that maybe a lot of you might at least listen and maybe see where I'm coming from and why I'm making this video. We're trying to get awareness for his case. So without further ado, let's go into the video.
I played it innocent, a feel of discontent. I'm finally facing it all, fearless.
Alright, so those of you that have been on my channel for a while, you know I don't really like to do names. I don't like to do personal information unless people are okay with it. And I really don't like to glorify prison. I don't think there's anything glorifying, exciting, glamorous about the prison life. I do think there's something great about someone that I know very well. That's my husband. My husband is currently seeking a sentence modification. So let me tell you about him. His name is Kenyon Joseph. He was born right here. This is New Britain, Connecticut. He grew up in the projects, a very poor area. I'm not going to go into the details of his crime. It's out there on Google. People can look it up. Basically, something happened. Somebody's life was lost. He didn't pull the trigger. He didn't end the life of that person. However, he was sentenced. I know YouTube doesn't let you use certain words, so he was sentenced to felony. So unfortunately, the amount of time he got was insane. Insane. He got decades in prison. Basically, the way that it would be, if I add that up, he would be way past 100 years old before he's eligible for parole. And he's not. It's flat time. At that time, there was no parole for that case. So to get out of prison, he would be over 100 years old. Like I said, I don't want to talk about the crime. The person's life ended, and it's very tragic. Yes, he didn't end that life. He was a driver of a car. But he does not feel any less responsible for it. Trust me, I can tell you that because he talks about it daily. He thinks about it even more than he talks about. He was young. He was doing wrong things. He didn't really know how to read and write. He had no education. He didn't even get into high school. He was broke. He was poor. He had no resources and nowhere to turn, and I know he tried to turn anywhere, and he got rejected at every opportunity. He was on the streets because it was a necessity, and it is like that for many. He's a person of color. So the deck was stacked against him. Is it an excuse? No. I'm not going to justify that something happened and it hurt somebody immensely. And my condolences are to the family. There were several individuals involved, and my understanding is most people got a lot less time. Let me tell you who he is now. He's 50 years old. He is an ADA person. He's handicapped. He has one arm. He has severe health issues. He's had them for years. The Department of Corrections is not meant to fix those. In fact, they'll do anything not to. So he is struggling. But more than that, he has changed his life around more than anybody I personally know. He didn't sit there in prison doing whatever, running around making a chaos. He decided to become a different person, a better person. He has gotten education. He's taken every program possible and more than once. He has become that legal guy. He learned the law, he learned business, he learned technology, you name it, he's learned it. But Yeah, he uses his legal skills, his paralegal, to advocate for himself and mainly to advocate for others. In fact, almost 2 years ago, we opened a company called We Got This nonprofit organization. And that is exactly what it's designed to do, is to help people that are incarcerated, to help people that are re-entering post-incarceration, to help families whose loved one is incarcerated, to help people with domestic violence situations, to help people with homelessness, to help kids who don't have enough hygiene products or food to eat. We've been working hard, and it's right now the two of us, but we've been working hard to do that. And the two of us has only been recently. He's been making this happen for years. From within those walls, he's been working on that. There was no relief for him in sight in terms of post-conviction. So he didn't do it because he was going to get out or because it was going to look good for parole, because those were not options. He was doing it because it's something he believed in. He has done hunger strikes. He has done so many legal cases. He has worked with so many nonprofit organizations and government organizations and legal organizations to help people. He got nothing out of that. Actually, he got retaliated against. He's been sent out of state, and more than once. He's had issues such as not receiving medical care, such as receiving no communication with his wife and his family, his children. His family is part of that retaliation. But I know he wouldn't do it any other way. I know I wouldn't respect him if he did. And I also know, I've heard that from those who have come out of incarceration, that is how it works. When you're doing BS out there in prison, it's good. It's all fine. But if you are that person that's doing good, it's suspicious and it's retaliated against. 100% of the time, that seems to be what's happening. I don't understand that. It's not right. I'm not here to explain why that happens. I'm just told that it happens all the time, and I'm evidence that it happens all the time. Now for Kenyon, like I said, by 50 years old now, he's running a business. He's self-sufficient. He's got employment. If he needs to, he could get employment in anything else. I know today if he was out of prison, he'd grab a job at McDonald's if he needed to. But I mean, he's got job offers up the yin-yang. But he wants to do this. This company means everything to him because it means helping others. Like I said, he didn't do it for the glory. He didn't do it for the freedom. There was no incentive other than he wanted to do it. He became rehabilitated in prison. Now, prison is not set up for rehabilitation. Let me assure you of that. I'm not really blaming the system in this video. I'm just saying that it's not set up to rehabilitate people. People choose to rehabilitate themselves. Some do, some don't. And I know he chose to do it, and when he sets his mind to something, nothing stops him. Nothing stops him. Did I mention he's a Taurus? So if you are a Zodiac fan, you know that's one stubborn person. When he wants to accomplish something, he's going to do it, and he's not going to stop until he gets there. But he dedicated his life to making amends for something that happened, to prevent it from happening again, to prevent others from being in that same situation, to create avenues for people, to create resources for people, to stop others from being in the life that he was forced to be in, so they can have better opportunities and make better decisions or have better lifestyles and not end up where he is. And then a few years ago, we learned that there is post-conviction relief in Connecticut. So Connecticut right now has sentence modification that is available to them. They can take his sentence and they can modify it to what the judge seems reasonable based on what many factors there are. the judge looks at how much that person has rehabilitated. We're hoping that what we put down as facts, we're not putting down just what we believe or what we say. We're putting down facts, many support letters, the many offers of employment, the many certificates and degrees that he has, the many courses that he has taken and will continue to take, except I think he's actually not able to take anymore because he's taken several, twice or three times. They're just simply not enough between several states. I think he's run out of things he can learn in prison. Basically, he's run out of things he can accomplish. He's ran out of jobs he can do. He's done them. A handicapped person, but he's done it. He struggles with medical issues, and without listing them on public YouTube channel, because I don't think you can, I don't want to say he qualifies for compassionate release because, well, I'm not a judge, but that motion is something that I think he is considering putting in if they do make that available. Those are urgent medical needs that the DOC is not providing, has not provided, and probably will not provide. So most likely, without leaving the prison and getting medical help in a normal hospital, he is going to die in prison. That's just reality. As his wife, I don't know how to say those words without wanting to scream, but that is reality. They don't provide that medical help. People die in prison because of medical negligence all the time. That's the medical part. Like I said, education, he's done it. He's done everything and more without expecting any accolades for it. He just did it for himself. He's been working hard to help others. He has faced so much retaliation, and I know I'm repeating myself, but we both live with it, so I guess I get to say it on behalf of both of us, so I get to say it more times. And that will never stop. He will never stop fighting for others. I will never stop fighting for others with him. But he can do so much more without the restrictions of the prison walls, the prison mailroom, and what they decide to let him do. If he was out here in the free world, being able to access all the resources that are out there, being able to actually do that in person, rather than doing it through me, I think he can conquer the world. He really can. I mean, if you ever met him, you'd understand that statement. He is that guy that conquers the world. He can accomplish so much. He can't do it from inside the prison walls. Now, yes, there was a crime committed, undoubtedly. But is him doing the next 40, 50 years of sitting in a cell, slowly dying in a cell, benefit the community? I don't think so. Just honestly, how does that benefit the community? He can do a lot. He knows what it's like to get into the wrong lifestyle. He knows what it's like to face those obstacles. He knows what it's like to help others not get into those obstacles. He knows what it's like to help others not be in that life. If you've done this, you know how to prevent it. He knows exactly what to do to make life better for thousands, millions of people. I'm not exaggerating there. He really has a lot of plans. And I know he'll accomplish them if given the chance. So that is a little bit of a story about my husband, Kenyon Joseph, currently in the Connecticut Department of Corrections. He's seeking modification of his sentence. We're hoping that somebody sees this video. So whether you are working somewhere in a legal field and maybe you will pass it to someone that might listen to it, might forward it to the right person, share it with the right person, that might look at it and say, you know what? This guy deserves a chance. He's not asking for handout. He's not asking for miracle. well, it will be a miracle. It'll be a miracle for him to walk out of those gates, to hug his family, and to work. He's asking for a normal, everyday life. He's asking to pay taxes. He's asking to do all the things that he never got a chance to do. And prison is about rehabilitation, supposedly. They didn't rehabilitate him. But if everything he's accomplished is not proof that a person could change, I don't know what is. He has done everything possible to show he has changed, that he's not the same person. It's been over 25 years since then. He's not the same person. None of us are. Just think, who were you 25 years ago? Have you ever made a mistake? He's made a big one. But I hope you can share it with somebody who might share it with somebody else, who might share it with the next person. We need to get him some support letters. We need to get this seen by a mental health professional, maybe medical professionals, and maybe court officials. Because every day he struggles with OCD, PTSD, complex PTSD, bipolar, and so much more. Every day he struggles with physical health issues. And every day he wants to live the kind of life that shows that he has changed and wants to make changes for others. Again, he can't do it from within prison, or he would. So I hope you can help me by sharing this, by not judging a person by what they have done 25 years ago, but instead of looking at them for who they are now, an amazing husband, parent, business owner, student, a person that is doing all the right things, a person who's asking for a chance for an everyday life where they'll achieve extraordinary things. He already has, so I know he'll do it. He will do it more. But he already has done a lot. So, yeah, this video is different. I don't really talk about my husband because I don't really glorify prison or talk about that. But this is the one exception I made. Kenyon Joseph is in the Connecticut Department of Corrections. And we're hoping that the New Haven Judicial Court could see that there is more benefit in letting him accomplish things that he is set out to accomplish, that he's trying to accomplish, by giving him that one chance to prove that he has changed, that he has been changing and doing a lot of things without expecting anything. And now that there's an opportunity for that chance of release, we're hoping that they give him that chance. That's all he needs. So thank you for listening to me, and I will see you on my next video. Bye.